They would be more helpful as spies. Send them to train as spies for Tunan's court. Though mere children, the scamps are tenacious and clever. Requirements for survival out here alone, and maybe of use in Tunan's court. Left to their own devices, they will almost certainly die in time. You pen a declaration the children are to be evaluated by the court's fate binders for possible service, and should they be found lacking, assigned to a local tradesman as best suits the needs of the city. Cool, so they'll survive. The journey won't be easy, you caution, but it is necessary if they want to survive past the next season. The young girl takes the parchment and thanks you, though the rest of the children look unsure of the matter. You collect some grain and honey for yourself and exit the barn, leaving them to contemplate their fate. So wait. So we gain a little bit of favor. Interesting. Oh, look at this place. Well, okay then. One thing I miss in this game, compared to Pillars, is the fact that there's no... the world feels small. Feels very small. Even though it's kind of big, every area is very, very small. And also... there's no like dungeon crawling really, like a little bit, but barely. I mean, so far.
Interesting.
Huh. The fire that emanates from the trees create long dancing shadows that stretch across the scorched earth. If you look hard enough, you can see the shadows pulse occasionally as if they have a life of their own. Okay. Weird. Let's see what's here. Nothing. Nothing's here. Okay, we're ready to move in the middle. Oh, he's next to the trees that said that the shadow seems to move on his own. Bled mark. A line of colors emerge from the darkness. What at first appears a vaguely human stain coalesces into focus. Bled mark. Archon of shadow emerges from his medium. Long strands of white hair crown his head, trailing down to his shoulder blades, where the white hair loses shape and definition, becoming a shadowy mist. His red face, paint, and orange tattoos are the sole patches of warm color on his otherwise dark ebony skin.
Blood and Mark. A little shorter than I always imagined.
Fatebinder. Been a while since you saw me, but not since I saw you.
The Archon clears his throat, folding his arms across his chest, with his hands resting above the bandolier of knives girdled across his midsection.
Think before you speak next. I'd hate to have to kill you.
I got your message.
I saw what you did at Ascension Hall. You were right to take matters into your own hands. I can't believe the audacity of Ash and Arat, squabbling while an edict looms overhead, endangering all their vassals. You were right to treat such infantile antics with justice, raw and bloody.
Okay.
From where I stand, I would say you chose wisely. Why cater to the whims and agendas of questionable friends? Why whore your power for the approval of others? Allies are just enemies with great patience. Free yourself of such distractions and make your own way.
Why are you so interested in helping me?
Boredom, maybe. Old scores to settle. Plus, you're a member of the court, even if in questionable standing. That makes you family of a type. Of course, I plan to use you to accomplish a few things I want done. Anyone who says otherwise lacks initiative or honesty.
So what are you suggesting I do next?
If you really want your freedom from Tunon and the others, you'll need to become something the Archons cannot obliterate without breaking a sweat. There are a few relics around the tiers that, if they wound up in your hands, might give you a fighting chance.
Okay, I'm all in.
The Burning Library holds a very important treasure, the Silent Archive. There's much the sages do not know, but all that they know should be contained within the archive. Retrieve it, and in so doing, end the Edict of Fire.
How does one break the Edict of Fire?
The Edict of Fire will burn so long as the sage's forbidden lore remains within the library. To fulfill the edict, I'd suggest disposing of any sages still in the library and removing any books filled with teachings contrary to Kairos. This no doubt includes the Silent Archive.
Why should I break the edict?
Why? Because Kairos worded the edict to be broken, and others will fear and respect you for being the one to make it happen.
Okay, I assume Sonic Archive is a book or scroll of some sort.
I would guess as much. I have not seen it with my own eyes, only heard tell, whispered with reverence. For all I know, it's a singing stone or an arcane quill, but knowing the sages, a book is the best guess.
And don't think you're simply going to saunter into the library, walk up to the archive and take it. If it were that easy, someone would have already done it. The sages love making things difficult. The archive is said to be hidden behind a barricade made from arcane energy. Only someone with knowledge of the passcode can get through it. I don't know about you, but I'm fresh out of spare passcodes. Fortunately for you, the sages can be as dumb as they are infuriating. They supposedly left parts of the passcode around the library. If you were to find all of them, you could use that to get past the barricade. Unfortunately for you, I have no clue where they are. So I hope you like sifting through soot and burnt parchment, because you're about to get your fill. And after that?
Assuming you don't get yourself charred to a crisp, meet me here again after, and we'll discuss what comes next.
Wait, I have questions. Well, make it quick. What do you gain from the Edict of Fire ending? Nothing, aside from the confirmation that I can trust you with difficult tasks. You've known me for decades and you don't trust me. Do I look like an idiot? I've known the voices of Nerat for centuries, but I know better than to trust him. Another fire in the library. Probably not a lot of shadows for you to use either. The Archon of Shadows clears his throat with a grimace. Well, yes, aren't you observant? The Burning Library is not the sort of place where my gifts can be used to their fullest advantage. You just want the Silent Archive for yourself. There's nothing the sages know that I don't, and if I wanted it, I'd grab it myself, not send some ankle biter to do it. Besides, an Archon of my station should not be seen with such things. I'm pointing you to the Silent Archive for your own betterment, but alas, Kairos has no law requiring you to follow good advice. So you're just sending me to the fiery death trap to call me if I'm useless. Yes, actually, that's entirely what I'm doing. I need to test your mettle before I know what I can and can't trust you to do. Okay, I wanted to ask you about something else. Maybe another time. You're too curious for your own good, kid. I'll see you later. For now, take this and think on it. His right hand starts forward and a sharp pain rips through your ribcage. Your first thought is that you've been stabbed, but when you grab for the wound, it's only his fist you feel. Gripped tight, a folded parchment tucked between his knuckles. You take the parchment and the Archon finishes the end off with a shove. Run along, yeah? And try not to get killed. Sigil of Marking. We'll have to eventually... Things fall apart. Fatebinder Shino 7. I have received word that your former allies have rescinded your welcome among their camps. Accusation of treachery and sedition around you. I receive daily demands that I hold you accountable with a public trial and execution. I have assured all that I would investigate these claims thoroughly. Be warned that we all inevitably answer for our choices. You are no exception. In the meantime, I understand that Bled and Mark has taken particular interest in you. I trust there is no need to illustrate the implications of his attention. Oh, and I can't reply. Oh, that's not good. It's not good at all. Okay, hold on. We need to figure out what the making magic spell creation thing is. See, we need a core. So, Sigil of Illusion. Those who master the Sigil of Illusion are skilled in the arts of deceit and trickery, using its power to misdirect and confuse their targets at critical moment. Often derided by combat mages for its inability to kill outright, those who specialize in illusion knows its powers can turn the tide of any battle. It merely requires someone smart enough to know how to use it. Sigil of Life. Using the Sigil of Life infuses the target with the energy of the Orphan Midwife, Archon of Rebirth. All but the most serious wounds are healed by this arcane energy. Though the Orphan Midwife was powerful, her gifts were not suited to resisting the army of Kairos. She was captured and chained, and her powers are nest to serve Kairos' army. Many chroniclers of Kairos' empire believe her powers were the driving force behind the empire's quick expansion. Sigil of Force. Use the Sigil of Force to channel arcane energy into magical forces that push and knock enemies to the ground. Many mage guilds throughout the centuries discovered the Sigil of Force, and each held it as a jealously guarded secret. As each was conquered and absorbed into Kairos' empire, they were chagrined to discover that their secret was the most commonly known piece of arcane lore on Theridus. Okay, let's say I go for Sigil of Life. Expression. Focused intent. Expression used to create spells that affect a single target near the caster. Used to create spells that affect distant targets. Eating Wisps. Tiny bolts of life energy that restores a large amount of health to the target. Oh! %4 health. This one is 27% health. But it's 3 projectiles. Huh. But it can be for allies that are super far away. We're going to assign it to him. So he has a new one. Wait, it can have an accent? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. So you can have this spell and then you can increase its strength. But it requires 65 lore to be able to do it, and he's not there yet. Oh, man, this is going to be cool. It's going to be so cool. Sigil of Illusion. Makes the target in blurred illusion, making them harder to hit. Okay. What does that do? Oh, it just makes it better. So instead of 30%, it's 37%. And this increases the range to 4 meters instead of 2. Yeah, we'll remove your both your healing spells, because what we're going to do instead is we're going to make it so that you have it, but we're going to give it an accent. Strength for 27%. It's good. Sign here. Let's change that one for this one. There we go. False pit. Conjure the illusions in endless black pit below the target, convincing them that they are falling to their death. The enemy is left prone until they can make sense of the illusion. Oh. Oh, I can get this one too. What is that one? Of marking. Oh, it gains an added thing to it. So now we also get marked affliction. Affliction are explicitly bundled sets of status effects that can be applied to suspended or fully removed from a character. When the spell is cast on the target, and it supports in a click and effects addiction. The target generally applied to this when this isn't the worst. Some enemies can be immune to one of the. Oh, attackers receive a 20 accuracy bonus against that person. Sure. That's really useful. Put that there. And we're going to make power distant impact. Crush and then daze is what it does. A little bit more damage, but barely more. What about you? Increases the range 10 meters. Or we could give it the marked thing, marked affliction. I think we should go for the marked affliction. I think it's just so good because it adds accuracy to us, to everybody that attacks him. So assigned here. Great. I cannot modify Phantom Bolt until you learn Sigil of Tyranny. Nor this one. It's so cool. I like this system a lot. Speaking of, I should grab myself a restoring touch too. Just feels like it would be a good idea. You know, just in case.
Will do.
We're gonna have that extra little thing there. Save. Let's go to the Burning Library. The sages of the Vellum Citadel publicly swore fealty to Kairos, but from within the safety of their Vellum Citadel, these scholars continued to study and copy forbidden lore, and used magic to repulse any attempts by the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus to claim the Citadel that was promised to the Overlord. In retribution, Kairos pronounced an edict of fire on the Vellum Citadel, turning the home of the School of Ink and Quill into a smoldering ruin, now known as the Burning Library. Ambushed! Your journey is interrupted by the feral howls of a hunting pack of beastmen. Their leader is an impressive specimen, her mane black as night, and her body scarred from battle. Shit. Kills in shadows. In shadow, before you tower a massive creatures of fur and flesh, her short, black snout snuffling in the air.
Know this scent. Stench of blood, sweat, battle, iron and death. Smells like alpha. Smells of strength. But is male.
The beast woman cocks her head to one side, eyes bright with curiosity and red as fresh blood. Those eyes rove your body up and down, darkening with a sudden heat, with the look that a predator bestows its prey.
Have been stalking human centrail. Have ranged many more than 5 nights through tribe and human territories of Tyr's land, hunting for human called Fate Binder, for human who woke Horizon Rock called Mountain Spire. Have hunted hot high, cold low, wet dry. Traipsed far until paws bled, but always human who smelled of alpha evaded beast woman. Had to slink through shadows, fast, quick, without rest to catch delicious prey at last.
She tongues her blade sharp, discolored fangs, and exhale a pleased growl. Your markings must be from the Shadow Hunter tribe.
Fate Binder knows tribes of beast women. Curious human. Male who smells of alpha and knows of Shadow Hunter tribe. Best tribe. Lost tribe of kills in shadow.
Her eyes pin you with lust, the look of a wolf that found a hare. Slap kills and shadows in the face. I wonder what that's gonna do, because the thing is, like, they respect. They're like animals, right? So they respect if you're the alpha. Thick muscle ripple and flex as the beast woman rises to her full height. She towers over you, 8+ feet of savage, rough, hewn strength. Her coat is matted and scarred. She spits a wad of blood and mucus at your feet.
We'll kill. We'll rip throat out. We'll lash, twist tear, and mangle.
Oh, that didn't turn out well. At all. I wasn't expecting this. I was kind of hoping that... Dude, heal yourself, please. Shit, he died. Well, that was pointless.
Come and face my iron.
What do you have as spells? I thought I had the spell healing. I don't have it. Where's my healing spell? Ah, there it is.
No. My feet.
I now just realized I've not used this yet. I've not used my skill yet. I was kind of busy micromanaging everybody else. Yeah, let's kill that one. Okay, great. Now we gotta focus on him.
On it.
How did I get myself into this?
Battered and bloodied, the beast woman drops to all fours. She crouches low, belly rubbing the dirt as she ducks her head in show of submission. You were saying, I believe you were going to mangle me, correct?
Yield, yield, yield! Kills and Shadow yields to Fatebinder.
Why have you tracked me down? Why get in my way?
No human called Fatebinder. Kairos breeds words on paper. Fatebinder binds words to earth and sky. Makes ground tremble. Makes night cry, blood and fire.
What would the beast woman know of Tunan's Fatebinder?
Human is not first Fatebinder. Kills and Shadow has hunted.
She chuffs, darkly amused.
Fatebinder pisses in Kairos' eye, but is not slain. Stole horizon rock called Spire. Spat at Archons, yet lives. Fatebinder is strong. Smells of mystic iron death. Is vaster, tougher than rest of Kairos' kith.
And what's your point, beast woman?
Kairos hunts human realms to extinction. Rules tribe of blood and ruin, starvation and death. Seeks to slaughter beast women like prey. But beast women are not prey. Are not flighty, feeble-minded humans.
Kills and Shadow spits a gob of tawny mucus on the ground.
Beast women are savage hunters. Bred to fight Kirut, like Fatebinder who smells of alpha. Strong always kill weak, then grow weak. Or killed is migration of life. But Kills and Shadow is not weak now. Will not be weak for many long seasons. Will join Fatebinder and survive Kairos' tribe.
If you want to join me, you'll have to be as my beta.
Kills and Shadow is not beta. But even alphas submit to stronger-willed primas. Many packs make a tribe. Is this not a thought humans also understand? Beast Woman will follow Fatebinder. Will not dominate. Unless Fatebinder begins to smell weak.
Fine, but keep your nose to yourself. The beast woman huffs and turns to address her pack.
Kills and Shadow will not shelter stone whelps anymore. Scamper and flee! Do not want to see shadows lurking, stalking behind. Barb cleft his leader now.
The pack hesitates, causing Kills and Shadow to emit a low, menacing growl.
Will not like if Kills and Shadow catches sight or scent of stone mongrels again.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm liking this. We'll leave her at the spire for now. Hey, that was fine. I like this. That was great.
Will do.
Whew. What a fight, though. What a fight. Oh, there's a lot of stuff we can loot here. Look at this. What's in there? Okay. What about here? Whoa! Aquamarine. See, I told you guys. They respect, show of forces. All signs suggest that the Scarlet Chorus ambushed this caravan, killed everyone and stole transported goods.
Sorry, can't.
Ah, the Scarlet Chorus. Those poor bastards. Bronze Tower shield. Hold on, is that bronze shield better? Ah, it's the same. It's the exact same. Interesting. Okay. Save.